Hey guys, and welcome back to Keep It Glossy. Woo! Okay. That was extremely over the top, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. And now I'm dancing. So not only am I singing, but I'm dancing as well. That's just great. All right, well, moving right along, I am going to do a look tonight with one of the palettes that I got from my Ulta haul. So we are doing the Candy Shop by Juvia's Place. For whatever reason, I just had like Miami on the mind, like Miami, doing Miami look. So this is going to be my Miami version makeup look with some of, I guess, colors that remind me of Miami. So let's go ahead and get started. So as always, the first thing we're going to do is prime our face, and I am using, again, Ulta Beauty moisturizing primer spray. Go ahead and rub that in. Now we're going to get our eyes ready. And go ahead and blend that in. Okay, this look is going to consist of 4 colors, 2 matte, and 2 shimmer colors. So if you saw my last video, I do add some translucent powder on top because I feel that helps with the matte colors. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first color. Okay, so for our first color, we're going to do this color up here. So go ahead and put some on your brush. Okay, and with this first color, we also want to gauge how high up we want to go. I want it to be a little dramatic tonight, so we're going to go a little higher. So let's go ahead and start. Let's tap it on, just like this, on your outer lid. All right, so tap, tap, tap. And I think we'll stop right about here. Just below your brow a little bit. Go ahead and add some more shadow if you need. And we're just going to go all the way across. All the way to our inner, just like that. Trying to leave your middle shadow free. Just lightly add it on and swoop it all over all the way to your inner, just like this. All right, so now that we have our first color on, that looks pretty good. You just want to make sure that both eyes look pretty similar. So let's go on to color number 2. All right, so for our second color, we're going to do this pink right here. So let's go ahead and put some on our brush. And you want to start in the outer, tapping it on, and then going into the middle, just like this. Like, stop it right here. Still using that tapping motion. And now we can lightly just blend them together. Just like this. Going all the way across like that. Just blend them well. You don't want to completely get rid of that first color, so don't blend too much, because you still want there to be like a hint of that first color. Okay, this is actually looking really, really good. Again, just make sure your eyes are similar. It might look a little crazy right now, but like I always say, trust the process. So let's go on to color number 3. Okay, so for our third color, we're going to do this color up here. So go ahead and wet a brush with some primer water and put some shadow on your brush. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start on our outer. Just lightly tapping it on. Just like this. Going up some. And start to define your line up top. This is coming on a little light, so you can add more shadow if needed and just press a little harder to get it on your lid. And we're going to go to the middle. So go to right about here, to the middle of your eyelid. And still make sure you're defining that line up top, just like this. And you can be generous with this color. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good. Once we have all of our colors on, we can always go back and define the colors that we feel need to like pop a little bit more. So let's go on to color number 4. Great, and now I'm singing in the middle of my video. You know what? Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, so for our final color, we're going to be doing this blue right down here. So again, wet a brush and let's get started. Okay, so for this color, we're going to go from our inner into the middle and blending it into that pink. So let's go ahead and get started. So just start on your inner. Just like this. Okay. Define that line up top to have it look more neat. And tap it in. Stopping right where the pink stops. Go all the way across so they connect. Pack it in. Go up a little bit more. And start to blend it in to that pink. Okay, so now that all of your shadows are on your lids, now we could see if we want to add a little bit more to one of the colors. I think this actually looks good. I'm just going to blend the two colors a little bit more, and then I think I'm going to add a tiny bit more pink. Okay, this looks great. So let's go ahead and clean up any excess, and then we'll go ahead and get started on our brows and everything else. All right, so for our next steps, we're going to do our lashes, our brows, and then our waterline, etc., etc. So, as you all know, as of right now, I have extensions. So, I'm not going to be using falsies for this video. So, if you have falsies, go ahead and put them on. If you have lash extensions like me, just go ahead and get your lashes in line, because we all know how they could be a little crazy sometimes. Okay, so for our brows, let's go ahead and brush them. And then all I do is I'm filling in any bare spots that I might see, and I go in an upward motion. So I start at the beginning go in upward motion, and I'm literally just filling in any spots that look bare. And I do that all the way to the end. All right, so let's go ahead and do our waterline, starting on the inner and going all the way out to the end. Then I'm going to take a brush like this and put some black matte shadow on it. And I'm just going to go on top of my eyeliner, just like this, and go all the way to the end. Okay, then I thought it would be a little fun to add a little of that pink down. So take some of that pink color on a little brush, just a little bit, and just lightly go over your liner with it. So start on the inner and just lightly go over. Not too much. Just so you have like just a hint of pink. Of course, you don't have to do that step. I just thought it looked a little cute. All right, so now that that's all done, it's looking really good. Since it is like a little glittery, you might have some glitter all on your face. So before you go ahead and apply your concealer and your foundation, I would just take a makeup wipe and just clear off some of the glitter that might have fallen. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and do our concealer and foundation. So if you have your concealer, go ahead and put that on. For the foundation, I am using Maybelline's Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. So I'm going to put this on and then I'll be back. Next, we're going to do our blush. I'm using Ulta Beauty and the color is Pink with Envy. So go ahead and put some blush on our brush. And since this is kind of like a bold look, we could be a little generous with the blush. Okay, and last but not least, our color. So, since it's Miami, and, you know, when I think of Miami, I think of bold, vibrant, beautiful. So let's match our lip color to go with that. So tonight, I'm going to do a Milani color. And the color is number 63, matte, and it's called Diva. So this is the color. All right, so I'm going to go put this on, and then I'll be back with a finished look. And here is your finished look. Well, thanks so much for joining me tonight. And if you ever want me to do a certain color scheme or a certain palette, definitely drop a comment below and I'll be more than happy to do a look like that. Well, as always, keep it glossy and don't forget to like and subscribe. Mwah. Bye.